Happy Monday, the boys are out today. My name is Sam YG.
My name is Slick Rick.
This is Tony.
My name is Gino Killiamore. It is yet another wet Monday.
Ito, pare, sorry. I have to say it's damp.
It's damp.
Damp, moist.
I think
Mixed damp Monday.
I think it's more than damp.
Alam mo yung nakakatawa dito? Diba originally the reason why classes were moved to this month instead of it starting on June was to avoid rainy season.
Yes.
Correct.
Did you ever notice na nung minove nila yung classes, nag-move din yung rainy season? Sinasabayan yung mga estudyante.
No, but this is the thing that Tony's been saying is that it's climate change.
Yeah.
Climate control.
Yes.
Climate change.
Sorry. Tama.
Pero si climate control, si God yan. Si God.
Si God yun.
Sabi ni God, para masyado malamig.
Parang, you wanna move? Oh, sige, let's move the rain too.
Diba? So, sinundan yung school season. So, parang, okay, baka naman, baka gusto talaga ng Diyos na meron parang, merong mga day off na parang, bagyo today, okay, pumasok.
Di ba that's what when we were in college, that's what we always expected? Cause
actually, more in high school and grade school. Because college, they're not as forgiving. Like, if there's signal 1, may pasok pa rin, di ba, pag college.
I think it's depending on the school, right?
But then, like, if you were on
UST, UST.
UST wala, konting ulan lang.
Good luck.
Pumasok,
Prayer meeting agad dyan. Espanya.
Espanya.
I remember I used to...
Rubber boat ang labanan doon, pare.
Exactly. Tapos yung mga, alam mo may mga wooden plank na set up, tapos magbabayad ka ng 5 pesos para tumawid.
When I still had the Honda Civic hatchback,
lowered.
I would actually go back and forth. At a service.
Tony's Boat Express.
And then I was talking to actually someone from along that QC, closer to QC.
Yeah.
Near.
Parati ka napapadpad talaga sa QC, no? In whatever phase of your life you're
He's
in.
Mr. Dynasty.
Actually, I started my career in QC. I lived in QC first.
Right, yeah.
New Manila.
Tama, right. Oo nga pala.
New Manila.
Malapit ka sa Happy Sauna, di ba? Yun.
I was 11-minute walk. So
Sarado na. Balik, Kowloon House na ngayon. Baka may mag-spakol pa.
Wala pa.
No, ngayon.
Sarado na ngayon.
Someone rented it na.
Yeah, ngayon Kowloon House na siya.
Nice.
And may Petron sa tabi. That was also there.
Oh yeah, Petron was.
Kasi baka mahuli ka. So diba, park ka sa tapat ng
you had
Petron.
the Baliwag right across on the other side.
Yes.
So,
mura pa nun, 150.
And the hotel,
Yung happy?
the hotel across from was a stone house grill.
Yes.
And at the
Is this the
top,
Wagyu thing?
it's a Wagyu. Yes, exactly.
Wagyu Stonehouse.
Wagyu Stonehouse.
Medyo date place yan
Speaking of Stonehouse,
Classic yun
Yeah, yung literal, they'll cook the steak.
Yung logo niya yung sombrero.
They had one in like Shang?
I think so, yeah.
Speaking
Hindi,
of,
ano na yun? Social na yun. Wagyu House na yun. The one in Chang is doon sa ilalim.
it's like
Yeah.
really, really old.
Ito, classic.
The manager of that, or the owner of that, the family who owned that, was the actual first ever manager of Bossa Nova.
Yun, no?
City Navarro?
City Navarro.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Bossa Nova Queen.
I knew City way before she actually entered the music. She was a model for a pageant for Likas Papaya back in 1999.
So before City was actually City.
Kilala na ito.
Ayun, si Bossa Nova meets Bossa Novo.
Bossa
Novo.
Anyway, speaking of,
Alam ko na pag nag-bike to si Tones, boso-boso lang forever.
speaking of the steakhouses, it closed down after like 30-40 years.
Which one?
The one in
I haven't been in that
Tomas
area
Morato.
Alfredo's. Yes, Alfredo's. Tama. Classic
Finally
niyan.
closed, which was owned by Karen Araneta's family. Finally.
Yes, I remember.
Finally, after like 30-40 years, they closed shop. Like 2 weeks ago.
Did they move to somewhere else? Or?
No, that was it. They called it a night. And that's like institutional.
Speaking of places that closed down, I'm pretty sure that this will sadden a lot of people. Bell and Dragon.
Yes.
I passed by last night. I was like,
They're actually reopening.
Yan, si Tones.
No.
Nagpapalamig lang.
Alam ni Tones.
Pagpapamiss lang.
Our boy Sunny. Remember Sunny?
Yes. Takur.
Cool.
So
Sunny ko, iba yun.
It's a new group that has taken over. So
is it going to be in the same place still?
Same place, same thing.
So that's why it's under
different
construction.
Interior.
But Sina Sunny were working on Curator. I see him there.
Actually, Curator, and he was our operations for draft. So until now, he's not hands-on.
Yes.
Wait, Curator is it the Narnia behind Bell and Dragon? Is that one going to the closet?
No,
Mandalay yun.
That's
Mandalay.
Yung alam ko kasi Mandalay sa Ortigas.
Iba na yan. Yeah.
Yung sa may Raffles Building sa may
I know that.
Mandalay. You don't know that?
Did you hear about that?
Pare, kaya sa tingin mo bakit ako nag-RX? Kasi katabi lang nila.
Naghanap pa ng bagong spakul last week. Hindi kami mga friends, pare. Sa Ortigas. Sabi ko lang kasi.
Matagal na to eh.
Oh, classic yan. Sa fire exit. Because it's a corporate building. It's a golden building along Ortigas.
I don't know it was called Mandalay. Alam ko may fire exit to Stocks.
Maraming pangalan. Naging Mandalay, naging Berkeley, naging ano.
Kahit yung dating Eventscape, di ba? Yung, di ba?
Yes,
There was also a little floor.
You walk up to the top.
Yun.
You have to ring the doorbell.
Yes.
Then someone comes out.
Ano ba? Nagkaroon pa sa ano?
Naka-black tint lang yung ano.
Where Urban BGC used to be.
Yes.
Yes.
Taas nun, nagkaroon ng Spax.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. Sobrang like,
Yeah.
I have no idea how they
Diba
even
there was
opened
also
up there.
there was also one in Makati where that building where Fiamma used to be.
Hindi yun yata. That's the one we're talking about. I think.
Yeah, that's the one that
yun
you
yun.
go up.
The one, yeah.
You go up. That's the
That's
one.
the one. That's
Di
the
ba
one.
we...
Nasa taas ng whistle stop ba to?
Whistle stop.
Di ba we...
Not whistle stop. The other one.
Katabing building lang.
Oh.
Two buildings
The
lang.
other one. The other bar. Oh man.
Distillery.
Moonshine?
Distillery. Yeah,
Distillery, which became another bar.
Correct.
Yeah.
Rename.
And then everyone would actually just get one drink.
Tapos akyat ka doon.
Kunyari lang.
I remember
Basta ka, distillery.
we had a photo shoot in that building. So so this is my first time in that building. So I have all my clothes and then I start to go up. And then I didn't realize that it was... I took the wrong door. Tapos I went inside the door. Tapos the receptionist, she looked at me, looking at it with all my clothes.
Daming dala, sir.
Balak mo, sir.
I was like,
Di ba,
Ganun ka baka dirty?
Di ba change outfit ka, girl?
she probably thought that. And I was like, I'm here for the photo
Did
shoot.
you guys ever go to the one or pass by it? It's really right down the street from us. It was called American Dream.
Yung may
And-
stars.
Wow.
Yeah, stars, yeah.
Well, American Star, and then it became American Dream. Someone took over
I
again.
think you were the one who
Yeah,
took me
yeah,
there the first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Katabi ng
That's one here, and then there's another one by
Ano ba?
Pioneer Center.
Yeah.
Alam ko yung sa Pioneer
yeah,
Center.
Pioneer,
meron yan.
Next to Taidara.
Di ba next to that chicken...
Oxmonox. Right in front.
Yes.
You after you eat, pasok ka agad eh. Kasi nakasalang eh. Paglabas ng isang lalaki.
And then they'll come out.
Nakapila ka na, no?
They'll come out while you're eating. Sir, okay na, sir.
Goods na tayo, sir.
Hindi kasi
Ready na po yung breast part.
Tsaka ang hirap
Isang pecho nga, pecho.
hirap maghintay sa spakula kasi syempre awkward. Diba?
Awkward, eh.
There was one time,
Nakatambay
me,
ka
Slick and Tony were at this spakul, parang way back.
Big Daddy.
Hindi, Makati pa to, Paps. Yung sa may Swatch building ngayon.
Yes. The
One
one.
Roman.
Yes!
One Roman.
One Roman!
Yes!
One Roman,
I
pare.
remember this place.
Ang nakakatawa kami, at that time, puro single naman kaming tatlo. Walang problema.
Of course.
Pare, isa pumapasok. Mga kilala namin. Mga may asawa.
That was all the ones that we saw were like player. That was when you look at us. That was the funniest. The funniest.
You know.
Oh, that was the funniest story was when we walked in, diba? So the thing opened up. Tapos wala. There was no one there.
Yeah.
Tapos for some reason, one of the girls
Classic.
could see through.
Yeah. Alam niya kung sino kayo.
And the first thing she said, Sam YG!
Patay!
Tapos, you know what happened? Right when she said that, all the girls
Labasan!
That was me and Tony like, ito na.
First dibs.
Ang hirap tumambay pag wala pa yung diba, therapist.
Awkward din kasi nakatambay ka lang doon kasi alam ng tao kung bakit ka nandun.
Kaya maganda yung sa Pioneer. Kaya sabihin sa'yo, sir, hintay muna kayo, mag-chicken muna kayo sa baba. Diba? Doon kami sa restaurant. Para hindi mahalatang naghihintay ka ng Spax.
One Roman kasi above that was like I think it was a business hotel.
Yes.
Business
It was
hotel.
a hotel.
It was a hotel.
One Roman is a hotel.
Had a separate floor or a floor just for
Yes.
that. So if you wanted
Therapists.
Yun lang.
to exit and let's say extend, you had
mo na.
you can get your room. And sometimes if you were out late at night, you didn't want to go to a motel.
Yeah. Doon na.
Doon ka na lang.
Very Macau yung setup nila. Diba? Macau, like mostly like on the second or third floor, they'll probably have.
There was also one instance I can really recall this where we were in the town of Marikina,
Okay.
the city of Marikina, and they have the three wishes there, and
Itong 3 wishes na to.
the bands were all there.
Okay.
All the-
Genie! Ano naman yun eh?
May genie ba sa Marikina?
And I thought it was a
Kubaw
gig.
lang
I thought
to.
may gig.
Ayun.
I'm like,
Ano to? Lavapalooza? Ang daming banda dito.
yari kami, we're like, there's no way out of it.
Alam mo yung literal, pwede na kayo mag-festival. May host na.
Yes.
May mga banda pa.
Mahinit pa yung 6-cycle mind nila.
Tapos you saw all the bands.
Yeah.
Tapos like, oh, see, so-and-so is in this room. Oh, talaga?
Talaga. Tapos kakatawa ka rin.
Tapos we popped our head in. Hello!
But I want to ask you guys, there's a lot of girls that do listen to this, a lot of girlfriends and wives.
Yeah.
Does it end? Does that whole, going to the spakos, the whole,
Depends.
Depends.
No, depends on the question. Wait ba yung question, Tones? Hindi, Tones. Three question what you're asking, pare. Ano mo? That's the question.
Kakamit na family lang nito nung
Oy, gago ko! Oy, live pala tayo sa CDO. Hello. I didn't know. I thought we were cut off already from that.
No, we put it back. Certain Cebu, and
The bigger...
bigger cities. The
We're
other
at
ones.
89.3 Magic in Cagayan de Oro.
Ayun, there you go. Baka gusto mo mag-shoutout.
You want to continue your story?
You want to continue your story and your line of questioning?
Tapusin mo.
Does it
it
ever
stop?
end? Because a lot of girls wonder, obviously, if will boys always be boys as they age? I think it stops.
It stops,
I
but not
personally-
for everyone. Because I mean, obviously, like what you mentioned earlier, there are people who will still
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I think it's just, it depends on who you're asking.
Actually,
Yeah.
Tsaka pag may okasyon.
Oh, well,
For
Which is
example,
wrong.
like
Yeah.
birthday.
Ano
Di ba?
ba?
Bachelor party. Parang naging, kaya di ba pag nag-bachelor party na spa party yung boys, di ba?
Party.
Hindi kasi yung mga girls, spa party tayo, girl. Kasi bachelorette. Yung boys din, kami rin, spa party rin kami. Alam mo, spa party rin kami.
Pero alam mo, pag-uwi, yung kuko, ganun pa rin.
ganun pa rin.
Yung buhok.
Mukha kang laspag, hindi ka mukhang fresh.
Medyo ibang washing na yan.
there's a different release from our spa and the girls' spa. It's a totally two different things, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure girls are wondering, why do guys attend to these things? Why do they actually go to these gentlemen spas?
Okay.
I think it's different for each season. For when you're young, that's your way of sort of binyag, or let's say,
Horny ka lang.
yeah.
Diba?
Or if you're still a virgin,
Oh.
you kind of want to that's your
Experience.
first step into.
But is it even considered losing your virginity
No,
if it's
no,
just
no.
a hand job?
Well,
it's not.
technically, we never lose it. In terms
But
of
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Nabinyag.
first experience. So first experience it counts. I think
Yeah.
it counts. I think it's like saying it's not cheating if it's oral, right? Remember?
I never said that.
There's one person that said it here. Checking his phone.
What's up to our friends from CDO?
Eto na si Papi, Arvin, dut-dutan daw. Pwede ba tayo dyan?
Ayun, pwede. No. I would agree is that if you do go there, you do lose it. You do
Ako
lose
hindi.
it. I think it counts. It's because you went there for a purpose.
Yeah, but a BJ is not losing a virginity.
No, but what if you go all the way?
Yeah, anyway,
you go
if
the
you go the
way,
way, of
yeah,
course, yeah, given,
Oh.
yeah.
Wait, so you're saying me that oral is not considered sex?
No, it is. No.
Basta oral, anti-sex.
It's a category of
sex,
because there's
but-
oral
No,
sex,
but
right?
if-
But it's sex, right?
But it
Oral
is,
sex.
Yeah, but if it's
Pero if we're talking about
Virginity.
the classic definition of losing your virginity,
I wouldn't
in my
count
head,
it.
it's like actual.
kasi ako matagal na wala virginity ko eh.
Galawan mo, boy.
Wait, so you're saying that if I get
Kasi diba kunwari, we've heard of couples who have never actually had sex.
So penetration,
But they've
right?
had, penetration
Okay,
sex.
They do everything
But
but.
they do everything but. And they still consider themselves virgins,
Yes.
right? So I think
Tama naman.
that's what we're trying to
Actually, half
get at.
swipe nga dapat di pa counted.
Huh?
Yeah. Half
No.
swipe is not
Count
counted.
Counted
na yan.
yan.
Once napasok na.
Once the car goes in the garage, okay.
Yeah, once the car go in the garage. But half a car is
So ano
not
yun,
counted.
binangga mo lang yung garage door, ganun.
no, that's considered I think anything that goes
Through.
If you've been through the tunnel,
Yeah.
even if you just took a peek,
Yeah.
you've been through
Because
the
what if you're
tunnel.
micro? We gotta give
Microsoft.
Shout out.
Micro-weenies.
sa mga micro. Hindi ba? Counted yun.
Yeah,
pa rin yun.
counted.
Hindi mo na tayo gifted eh. So, I mean,
Unlike you.
Sumilip ka lang.
Parang like,
Wala namang kumbaga parang, pag 1 inch hindi
Yeah,
counted.
exactly.
Paano 1 inch lang talaga?
I think it's counted. For me, it's counted. You know, I mean, as long as may...
Pero kung tipong tinaplisan mo lang, yung hindi naman kumbaga parang kumatok ka lang sa
So
pinto,
parang swipe the credit card.
swipe mo lang.
iba yung swipe. Iba yung swipe.
Yun nga sinasabi ko, swipe lang.
Hindi, pag
Swipe lang, ano?
Katok.
No.
Katok. Ikaw nagsabi ng katok.
Hindi pa rin,
Pare
hindi
ka.
pa rin. Katok.
Pero yung tipong kunwari, binuksan mo yung pinto, tapos pumasok yung ulo mo, tapos lumabas ka
Hindi, yung
ulit.
pinto yung...
Trespassing na yan. Trespassing na yan.
Pumasok yung pan.
Tapos binalik mo, tapos parang, di muna. Hindi,
Ay, mali.
counted na yun.
Hindi,
Counted na yun.
counted.
Oh, that's counted.
That's counted.
Counted na pala yun.
But then, I guess a lot of people, they would say they would have different reasons for going to Spaco's.
Yes. So the first time I ever in my entire life went to a Spax was, I kid you not, unintended.
Huh?
I came from basketball. And I wanted to get a massage after, and I was looking for a massage place that looked nice, and I saw one somewhere in Ortigas.
Okay.
It did not look dubious. You
Okay.
know, there was signage all over. And then I asked the front desk na parang, miss, ano bang okay na, kasi di ba kunwari, parang if you go to the spa, they'll have like their signature massage or whatever.
Tuwing
Swedish, shiatsu.
Tapos wala ring pili-pili. Hindi na ako sinabihan na parang, sir, pili kayo ng therapist nyo or anything like that. So, as in, parang I was like, okay, ano ba yung okay nyo? Sabi na, ito sir, tantric massage, ganyan. So, I'm like,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Okay.
So,
Sounds
in my head, in my head, tantric massage, so they'll probably, stroke a certain way or whatever.
yeah,
Because I honestly had no idea. And then, I go into the massage room, and then the therapist comes in and she starts chatting me up, which is odd because I mean obviously in a normal spa, very minimal lang ang usapan Parang,
Pressure lang.
parang okay ba yung
Tapos
pressure, sir?
oil.
Ganyan. Ito nagtatanong, first time niyo ba dito, sir? So I'm like, oo, bakit ganyan? So anyway, massage goes on. Very, very decent massage. Very good massage. And then while I was facing down, may mga moments na dumudulas yung kamay niya. So parang...
Yung thumb to balls.
Oo,
Thumb
ganun.
to
So
balls.
parang, baka naman, in my head, I was like, baka naman part to ng tantric massage. So I'm like, alright, sige. And then, so sabi niya parang, sir, baliktad na kayo, flip over na. So, flip over. And then she starts to do, she starts to...
What's the word they say?
Start na po tayo. She actually didn't say that. She just said, sir, harap na po kayo.
Harap.
So, harap na ako. And then she starts stroking it.
So you're done. You're naked. You're completely
I'm naked. And then she starts stroking
Oh wait,
it.
you knew that you usually take off everything during a massage?
No, she asked. She asked it. Kasi in my head, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, baka this is part of the tantric massage.
Yeah.
And then she starts stroking
But wouldn't you go?
Teka.
Right?
At this point,
Because usually they have
don't-
shorts.
Yeah.
Yung maluwag. Yung
No,
No, they have the
Disposable.
disposable.
pero at this point, nag-enjoy na rin ako eh. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, baka this is just part of the tantric massage. So
Okay.
she starts stroking my member. And then, I'm holding it in.
Umaangat yung hips mo nito eh. Di ba? Siyempre, may
kasi parang,
pag humard din na konti, siyempre, angat mo yung...
Tapos you're thinking, I must not because I might offend her.
exactly. So the entire time, I was holding it in. Because I was thinking, baka bastos pag may
Medyo,
nangyari, pag tinapos ko, di ba? So the whole time, nakaano lang ako para ko concentrate
Pigil,
ako.
siyempre.
Basketball, ganyan. So finally, sinabi niya, sir,
Labas mo na, Ben.
matagal ka pa ba? Parang gumano na siya na parang, grabe. So, hindi kasi I was,
Sir! Sorry naman, sir!
hindi kasi I was really,
Sir, 2 oras na ako. Naghihintay na yung mga boys night out eh.
I was
si Sir Tony nandyan na.
trying. Alright, I was really trying.
Say Gino, 30 minutes later.
may bicep na ako.
So sabi niya, sabi ko, as in literal tinanong ko, dapat ba ako matapos? Sabi niya, oo sir. I'm like, okay, sige, tuloy mo lang yung mga 2 minutes kaya na to.
Tapos,
And then that's how I found out. And I'm like, oh my God, I just went to my first ever spa.
You're like, hey, this is pretty okay.
Off Twitter, Alvin Fadriquela, spa reveal please, Gino.
Ako, ayoko madali, pero
Hindi, sabi! Alvin Fadriquela, spa reveal please.
I don't know kasi if it's still there.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's still there and I don't wanna, cause heat. But it's...
Correct.
In which city?
Ortigas.
Ortigas.
Text na lang.
Kind of a dead giveaway, but there was a card club right beside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Diba, it looks super
it looks
decent.
legit.
Right? Like
Yeah.
there's signage everywhere.
Ay, oo, okay.
Yeah. And
It's still there, actually.
Really?
It's still there.
I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like my first time
Yeah.
is actually when Tony was stressed.
Oh.
So there's one time, stuff was going on at the station at the time, and he's like, "Slick, I'm so stressed.
Yeah.
I'll drive." So he took me to somewhere in Wilson. I was like, "Oh, look at that! We're gonna eat like Chinese."
Oh, nice.
I got excited. I was like, "Okay, he's gonna take me to eat." He's like, "Let's go upstairs." I was like, "Oh, the restaurant's down here." He's like, "No. Let's go upstairs first." So went there. I was like, "Oh, look. It's nice.
Oh.
Smells nice,
Yeah.
Could be like one of those neighborhood massage places.
Kasi may mga spots na alam mong spots.
Oh, yeah.
Alam mo yung parang, okay.
Dead giveaway.
Dubious talaga yung itsura.
Exactly.
Pagpasok mo lang, shit,
Amoy mo na.
Tapos you're like, oh, okay.
Tapos walang pinto yung mga massage room. Diba usually, cortina lang yan.
Tapos diba, sir, pwede rin ako receptera ako. Plain coach.
Hanip.
Receptera.
Anyway, yeah.
Tapos Tony was like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Oh, okay, so what's this? The same exact thing. That all of a sudden you're lying on, your
Yung
stomach.
kakalabitin ka lang, diba?
Now all of a sudden she's getting in between the legs. Tapos,
Ano yun?
tapos in my mind, I was like, okay.
Ang tawag ko ito, binoboltes pipe. Hindi kasi dalawang kamay eh. Parang binoboltes pipe.
Voltes pipe mo,
Diba,
bebe.
papasok ng ng singit area, voltes pipe.
Tapos ikaw, you're lying down. Tapos you're trying to pick up your
pangat.
You're picking up your
Pangat.
Di ba mga...
You're like,
Kasi yung butas sa massage table sa ulo lang, hindi naman sa baba.
Oo eh.
So I was like, okay, so yeah, that was
This is it.
yeah, that was the first time.
It was at that moment
that I knew, like, yes. And then I remember we were doing a Boys Night Out tour. We went to Cebu.
Yeah.
And Tony...
Si marami rin daw sa Cebu.
Oh.
I've never been, but marami daw.
So Tony went like this. He's like, boys, after the club, let's go to this place.
Relax lang, relax.
They got a special.
Steady lang,
They got a special massage. We're like, what kind of massage? It's called lingam.
Ayun. Di ba it's lingnam?
I have no idea. But
Lingnam. That's a big thing in Cebu.
Yo, so went there. I was like, okay, I know.
Ano ba yung difference ng lingnam sa spax? Meron pa yung ano yun, where it's like Japanese porn where they basically have oil on themselves and then they oil you with their bodies.
Yeah, well, there's also a Thai massage,
Yun, wet tie.
Wet Thai.
which they discontinued all throughout, I think, the Philippines.
may COVID
Wala na.
kasi.
COVID.
Yeah, so they don't do the bath anymore.
Okay.
Wala na yun. They took it out.
Meron. Meron ba?
Oh, the body?
Meron pa rin.
Oh, wow, they brought it back.
Pang matatapang.
Hindi ganun kalayo dito.
May chicken
Tons.
pack pa. May chicken pack pa kayo. Chicken pack.
Monkeypox.
Ay, sorry, monkey pack.
Actually, that's one
Just
of the
imagine
things-
if you get it that way.
Yun nga.
Oh,
No,
man. No.
that's what when you
Yeah.
enter Europe, that's the thing. Let me assure you that if you engage in any sexual activity, to please be careful because monkeypox is spreading throughout Europe and Africa through
Skin to skin.
intercourse. Fastest way. That's why it's rampant.
Oh, skin to skin nga lang daw. Pwede na eh. So
Exactly.
all the more. Intercourse.
And people there are just like
Federal, whatever.
more exactly. So that's why I was like, yo, it's just imagine getting it. You go to a SPAC, you come home. Next day.
And what's your excuse?
Tsaka
wala,
hindi nung
wala.
monkeypox. I've seen the pictures.
Oh, man.
Ang mukha mo. Sa mukha talaga. Boom.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's actually they have photos everywhere.
super-
Parang puputok sa mukha mo.
Yep.
Yan ang dangerous sa mukha.
So,
Actually,
ingat lang.
Yeah, ingat.
Safety lang tayo.
So they still have the Thai massage.
They still have.
Oh, wow.
It's called something else eh. Something Japanese.
When did you go?
No, I didn't go. Style mo
Yo, bro, how do you know?
No time.
Nawala
I've
lang
been taking
ako
care of my
lang,
family.
the 2 weeks.
May mga nagbukas na pala. May mga
2 weeks
nagbukas
lang ako nawala. Gino, ha?
Toads, may bago.
Basta Monday, magkasama tayo ha. Pag-usapan natin ha. Monday, magkasama tayo ha.
Picture picture muna.
Picture lang ha. Basta yung picture na sa inyo. Naka-green screen.
Ito ba yung ocular mo? Ocular.
Hindi, pero meron daw dito.
Meron. Okay, they brought it back. Okay, fair enough.
But I mean, pre-pandemic, I remember taking Sam to one of those places. Sam,
yeah.
I told Sam, we were down south. We had a hosting job now. So like, Sam, you know what?
Ay, hindi kasi the next day sa Tagaytay, back to back, hosting at night. The next day Tagaytay kami for another gig.
Oh.
Kaya sabi ni Slick, Are, basta experience
Relax
ko.
muna tayo.
Ang tawag pa niya, Southern Hospitality.
Yun.
Tonight is Southern Hospitality night. So the last thing I remember, I was in his car. We drove by the airport. So, dire-diretso. Basta okay to. Grabe, Paps.
Okay.
Grabe, ito na.
Okay nga.
Direct, delete mo lang to. Pare, yung libog mo. Ang tindi. Hindi hindi parang may nilatag na kama. Binuksan yung shower. Ang galamit. Pare, hinihigaan ako. Siniswimmingan ako. Hinihigaan ako. Sabi, pare, mga 10 seconds agad. Oh, shit. Ano to? What's this madness? Gulong-gulo yung utak ko eh. Gulong-gulo yung utak ko eh.
That's a Japanese thing.
It is?
Yes.
They call it a wet Thai massage, at least at that place.
They put oil on themselves.
Yes, yeah.
Sliding all over
Yeah.
you.
Yun, ganun. Superman sa ibabaw
Tapos
mo.
yung minamasahe ka gamit yung parts ng katawan.
Yeah.
Yung bubay nila, yun yung ginagamit.
That's almost the same as the Thai massage.
Yes.
That's part scissor.
Because there was a place called, I don't know if you guys were around, Rolex. They were the first in the 90s to do that.
Where was this?
So there was Pegasus, there was Lexus, and then Rolex.
Ayop sa mga brands eh.
Oh, prime time. Yes. I lived around that area.
Yeah.
With my dad. Kaya nakikita ko lagi
Kita mo
yung
yan.
strip na yan.
My friends are also from Canada. They were here in the 90s. So
Yeah.
they were like checklist.
Pak.
Sorry, before I forget, Nuru. That's what it's called. Nuru massage.
Okay.
Nuru.
So they nag-checklist sila.
Dami nakikinig ngayon ha. Oy, may init kayo ha.
Nagme-message eh.
Tapos everyone, please send the
Pabulong. Anyway, so
Pare bill please.
Rolex had that before everyone else did.
Silang unang-una. Unang-una sila.
So, ano naman yung difference ng lingnam?
Well, I guess with the Lingnam, it's almost the same thing. It's just different names. But there's special.
Prostate.
I think they
shit
would.
eh, ganun.
Yeah, prostate.
I think with the Lingnam is there's a special attention to the whole private area. So instead of it being like just
A
a
whole
massage,
body kind of thing.
it's really
Massage talaga.
detailed. It's a detail.
Yeah.
Parang deep tissue.
Hindi
Pero
ka lang,
para sa prostate.
hindi lang para matapos ka. Meron siyang
Actually, you know,
So mas artisanal siya.
you know what it is? What's that word when you wanna
Kegels.
take all the water out of you?
An enema? No.
Not an enema. There's another word for it where it's the massage where some massage
Parang
legit.
they'll get the nodes out. yung mga
Legit,
ganun,
yeah. So they actually wanna take out all the excess water in you.
Water.
Yeah.
So if you're like a bodybuilder or let's say an athlete, what they want to do is to really relieve,
Rub it all out.
take it all out, and that's
what they do.
lymphatic.
Lymphatic.
Yeah. So that lymphatic is done there.
Oh, damn.
Actually, that's very good
Healthy
for the
ka daw
guys.
yun. Sabi
For the
nila.
guys,
Yeah.
I know too that actually they do it, but legit, huh? That's what they do for a living. It's around 2,000 pesos, and they just focus on that part. But walang
Hanky-panky.
walang hanky-panky. But if kilala,
Meron.
but legit yun, ha? The
Pero
lymphatic.
I think ang ending nung lymphatic. Ang ending ng lingam parang alam ko explosion din eh.
Yeah, but I mean that's because there's.
Medyo sa
Baga
dulo.
binonus na yun.
But there's a scientific method as to why the lymphatic is very good for us guys.
Correct.
You know, not to be in terms of
Not in the libog sense.
yeah, exactly, but more on the health.
Yun ang magandang angulo, papaalam kayo.
Di ba? Parang
That's why it's important to also release,
Yun, no?
whether on your own or
Di ba,
you know.
even for dogs, they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I know for a fact that, for example, like our French Bulldog, because we know that we have no plans on making him a stud or whatever, it's best to have him spayed, neutered.
Okay, yeah, neutered.
Because if not, it actually causes testicular cancer. Para something to that effect. Like they explain it.
Actually, that's true. Even for us,
Yeah.
if we don't use it, we lose it. Kasi umiinit yan eh. And you have to release. It's so important to.
Diba, I like tagged you on that little thing's 8-pack. The masturbating can boost your immune system. Orgasms not only provide a rush of feel-good hormones like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, but they also help balance your cortisol levels, a stress hormone, helping your immune system function more effectively. Yun. So it's all good for you.
Exactly. I mean, with all these things, what's important is, alam mo yun, health is wealth, di ba? And lahat tayo dapat safe. Para naka-Subaru XB ka lang.
Oo,
Safe,
tama.
pare, di ba? Kasi
Tama.
over 100 ang safety features niyan.
Also, if you have the eyesight technology, you have the cruise control. I think that's all important, especially now with the rains.
Yes.
And when you just want to make sure that, hey, you and your family will be safe. And
Especially if somebody crosses the street
Yes.
bigla, or a tricycle makes a U-turn or whatnot, the eyesight advanced driver assist technology is super awesome because it takes care of your stop and go autonomously. And like you were asking, Papi Slick, yung down payment 269,000 pesos lang.
Yun.
Or you can go for the monthly of 20,710 pesos. The best part is stocks are available, so go to your nearest Subaru showroom and test drive one today.
All right, 3 after 6 o'clock. We're going to take a quick break and come right back with more of Boys Night Out.
Boys Night Out.
Today's best Boys Night Out. Magic. Hisense brings you the global stage at home with guaranteed front row seat to world-class entertainment. Enjoy a free soundbar for every purchase of participating Hisense big screen TVs. Promo available from April 18 to December 31, 2022. For DTI Fair Trade Permit number FTB 139788. Series 2022.
Bring the global stage at home with Hisense big screen TVs. Your ticket to world-class entertainment. Visit hisense.com.ph for more details.
Sana sundan mo aking payo. Which right, kayang-kaya mo yan. Cool ka lang. Steady ka lang muna, mag-spread ka lang dyan. Cool ka lang, relax ka lang. Daanin mo sa gigil, nooy pupulot lang.
G pa rin kahit ang init. Cool ka lang with the #1 lemon and lime refreshment. Sprite!
Ligo lang with ordinary so kulang. Kaya use Rexona everyday. Rexona na regular use. Freshness all day. Hataw sa galaw. Rexona.
Rexona. Hataw sa freshness with regular use. Hataw sa galaw.
Broadcasting from the heart of Metro Manila and heard around the world through www.magic899.com. We are the kind of magic that hits like this.
Magic, I could be a fantasy.
Put your hands up.
You're my sun and moon.
It makes you feel like this.
Ooh, it's the ride of your life. Turn up the music. While you're calling out 11.
So if it sounds right, it's gotta be right. We're radio's finest. We are Magic 89.9 DWTM.
9 p.m.
Only on your most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Open up my heart.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic.
An old favorite just got better.
I get no doubt.
A new sound.
Even in my heart.
A new vibe.
Just hit me with the
A
truth.
new energy.
You have the time.
A new Friday madness.
You never said you were pretending.
The same gold standard of music. Now, in a new package.
The nicest of
The
the
nicest of the 90s and the early 2000s. Coming to you every Friday. Every Friday.
24 hours of yesterday's hits today. Friday Madness.
Exclusively on the station that gives you the most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
My lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar.
Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
The seats you want for the movies you love.
This is Sparta!
Action. Right.
I am Iron Man.
Drama.
She was more real to me than anything I've ever known.
Suspense.
Horror!
Need you to call 911. It doesn't get here.
Comedy.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Free passes and easy access to the big screen. Every day.
Get burned!
Be the first to watch the greatest movies on planet Earth.
Today's blockbuster is on the Magic.
This is RBO, your radio box office station.
We make your day happier.
Magic 89.9.
The Magic Pop 30. We count down the 30 hottest songs of the week.
Find out which artists that are lit AF.
As Zoe and Ashley count it down from 30 to 1. The Magic Pop 30.
Are you ready? Now on its new time slot, Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on today's best music.
Magic 89.9. Broadcasting live.
Broadcasting live
Across the Philippines and around the planet. This is the world famous Magic 89.9. M-A-G-I-C. Home of today's best music. Today's best music.
The best music that ever.
The best music ever.
on air, online, and on ground.
Are you ready? The black and yellow microphone is on.
Today's best music, Magic 89.9. Today's best music,
Magic 89.9.
Be the Magic on air and online. Follow us everywhere. Magic 899 on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Talk to us via Facebook Messenger powered by Chatbot PH. And catch the latest updates via www.magic899.fm.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic. It's Friday.
And we're playing the anthems of your heyday.
Jam to the best club anthems of the 90s and early 2Ks.
With mixes put together by
Aryan Magat,
Rupert Feliciano,
CJ Rivera,
Nick Santillan, and other guest DJs on rotation.
Lady, hear me tonight.
Slamma Jamma. Friday nights at 9 p.m.
Only on your most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Open up my
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic.
An old favorite just got better.
I get no power.
A new sound.
Even in my heart.
A new vibe.
Just hit me with the truth.
A new energy.
Do you have the time?
A new Friday madness.
You never said you were pretending.
The same gold standard of music. Now, in a new package. The nicest of the 90s and the early 2000s. Coming to you every Friday. Every Friday. 24 hours of yesterday's hits today. Friday Madness. Exclusively on the station that gives you the most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar bit.
Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
The seats you want for the movies you love.
This is Sparta!
Action.
I am Iron Man.
Drama.
She was more real to me than anything I've ever known.
Suspense. Horror. Comedy.
Are you hurt? Yeah, not since I was 10.
Free passes and easy access to the big screen. Every day.
How did you burn?
Be the first to watch the greatest movies on planet Earth.
Today's blockbuster is on the Magic.
This is RBO, your radio box office station.
We make your day happier.
Magic 89.9. The Magic Pop 30. We count down the 30 hottest songs of the week.
Find out which artists that are lit AF.
As Zoe and Ashley count it down from 30 to 1. The Magic Pop 30.
Are you ready? Now on its new time slot, Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on today's best music.
Magic 89.9. Broadcasting live.
Broadcasting live
Across the Philippines and around the planet. This is the world famous Magic 89.9. M-A-G-I-C. Home of today's best music. Today's best music.
The best music that ever.
The best music ever.
on air, online, and on ground.
Are you ready? The black and yellow microphone is on.
Today's best music, Magic 89.9. Today's best music,
Magic 89.9.
Be the Magic on air and online. Follow us everywhere. Magic899 on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Talk to us via Facebook Messenger powered by Chatbot PH. And catch the latest updates via www.magic899.fm.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic. It's Friday.
And we're playing the anthems of your heyday.
Jam to the best club anthems of the 90s and early 2Ks.
With mixes put together by
Aryan Magad,
Rupert Feliciano,
CJ Rivera,
Nick Santillan, and other guest DJs on rotation.
Lady, hear me tonight.
Slamma Jamma. Friday nights at 9 p.m.
Only on your most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Open up my heart.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic.
An old favorite just got better.
I get no doubt.
A new sound.
Even in my heart.
A new vibe.
Just hit me with the
A
truth.
new energy.
Do you have the time?
A new Friday madness.
You never said you were pretending.
The same gold standard of music. Now, in a new package. The nicest of the 90s and the early 2000s. Coming to you every Friday. Every Friday. 24 hours of yesterday's hits today. Friday Madness. Exclusively on the station that gives you the most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
My lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar bitch.
Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
The seats you want for the movies you love.
This is Sparta!
Action.
I am Iron Man.
Drama.
She was more real to me than anything I've ever known.
Suspense. Horror. Comedy.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Free passes and easy access to the big screen. Every day.
How did you burn?
Be the first to watch the greatest movies on planet Earth.
Today's blockbuster is on the Magic.
This is RBO, your radio box office station.
We make your day happier.
Magic 89.9. The Magic Pop 30. We count down the 30 hottest songs of the week.
Find out which artists that are lit AF.
As Zoe and Ashley count it down from 30 to 1. The Magic Pop 30.
Are you ready? Now on its new time slot, Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on today's best music.
Magic 89.9. Broadcasting live.
Broadcasting live
Across the Philippines and around the planet. This is the world famous Magic 89.9. MAGIC. Home of today's best music. Today's best music.
The best music ever.
The best music ever.
on air, online, and on ground.
Are you ready? The black and yellow microphone is on.
Today's best music. Magic 89.9. Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Be the Magic on air and online. Follow us everywhere. Magic899 on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Talk to us via Facebook Messenger powered by Chatbot PH. And catch the latest updates via www.magic899.fm.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic. It's Friday.
And we're playing the anthems of your heyday.
Jam to the best club anthems of the 90s and early 2Ks.
With mixes put together by
Aryan Magad,
Rupert Feliciano,
CJ Rivera,
Nick Santillan, and other guest DJs on rotation.
Lady, hear me tonight.
Slamma Jamma. Friday nights at 9 p.m.
Only on your most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Open up my heart.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic.
An old favorite just got better.
I get no doubt.
A new sound.
Even in my heart.
A new vibe.
Just hit me with the truth.
A new energy.
Do you have
have the time.
New Friday Madness.
You never said you were pretending.
The same gold standard of music. Now, in a new package. The nicest of the 90s and the early 2000s. Coming to you every Friday. 24 hours of yesterday's hits today. Friday Madness. Exclusively on the station that gives you the most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar.
Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
The seats you want for the movies you love.
This is Sparta!
Action.
I am Iron Man.
Drama.
She was more real to me than anything I've ever known.
Suspense.
Horror.
Need you to call 911. It doesn't get here.
Comedy.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Free passes and easy access to the big screen. Every day.
How did you burn?
Be the first to watch the greatest movies on planet Earth.
Today's blockbuster is on the Magic.
This is RBO, your radio box office station.
We make your day happier.
Magic 89.9. The Magic Pop 30. We count down the 30 hottest songs of the week.
Find out which artists that are lit AF.
As Zoe and Ashley count it down from 30 to 1. The Magic Pop 30.
Are you ready? Now on its new time slot, Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on today's best music.
Magic 89.9. Broadcasting live.
Broadcasting live
Across the Philippines and around the planet. This is the world famous Magic 89.9. MAGIC. Home of today's best music. Today's best music.
The best music today. The best music ever.
on air, online, and on the ground.
Are you ready? The black and yellow microphone is on.
Today's best music. Magic 89.9. Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Be the Magic on air and online. Follow us everywhere. Magic 899 on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Talk to us via Facebook Messenger powered by Chatbot PH. And catch the latest updates via www.magic899.fm.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic. It's Friday.
And we're playing the anthems of your heyday.
Jam to the best club anthems of the 90s and early 2Ks.
With mixes put together by
Aryan Magat,
Rupert Feliciano,
CJ Rivera,
Nick Santillan, and other guest DJs on rotation.
Lady, hear me tonight.
Slam a Jam. Friday nights at 9 p.m.
Only on your most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Open up my heart.
Today's best music.
Today's best music.
Magic.
An old favorite just got better.
I get no doubt.
A new sound.
Even in my heart.
A new vibe.
Just hit me with the truth.
A new energy.
Do you have the time?
New Friday Madness.
You never said you were pretending.
The same gold standard of music. Now, in a new package. The nicest of the 90s and the early 2000s. Coming to you every Friday. 24 hours of yesterday's hits today. Friday Madness. Exclusively on the station that gives you the most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar.
Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
The seats you want for the movies you love.
This is Sparta!
Action.
I am Iron Man.
Drama.
She was more real to me than anything I've ever known.
Suspense.
Horror. Need you to call 911. It doesn't get here.
Comedy.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Free passes and easy access to the big screen. Every day.
How did you burn?
Be the first to watch the greatest movies on planet Earth.
Today's blockbuster is on the Magic.
This is RBO, your radio box office station.
We make your day happier.
Magic 89.9. The Magic Pop 30. We count down the 30 hottest songs of the week.
Find out which artists that are lit AF.
As Zoe and Ashley count it down from 30 to 1. The Magic Pop 30.
Are you ready? Now on its new time slot, Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on today's best music.
Magic 89.9. Broadcasting live.
Broadcasting live
Across the Philippines and around the planet. This is the world famous Magic 89.9 MAGIC. Home of today's best music. Today's best music.
The best music that ever.
The best music ever.
on air, online, and on ground.
Are you ready? The black and yellow microphone.
That did not quite be deadline.
Headline.
Now, everyone knows that we are a land of billboards, but there's an interesting one in Tony's hometown of Toronto. Now, a Canadian man who found a stick of string cheese in his refrigerator of his new home offered the snack up for trade with a large billboard in the middle of downtown Toronto.
Oh, wow.
Now, the billboard is in, if I say this right, Tones, Dundas Square?
Oh, young. It's pronounced young.
Young Dundas
Young and Dundas.
Square. Offered a single marble-flavored stick of black diamond cheese string. Now, he said, for trade, 1 cheese string, accepting trades for 1 cheese string, marble flavor, still in the original package, no low-balling.
What?
I know what I have. The guy is named Angel Domingo. Said he found the stick of cheese in his refrigerator in his new home in T-Dot. And he said that he's experienced in using reselling websites to trade items including vehicles, car parts, and furniture. Now, he said this is probably the strangest thing that I've ever had to offer up. Somebody told me that I wouldn't get anything for it and anybody would want it.
So he's selling cheese, basically.
One stick.
One stick.
And he's not even selling it. He's trading.
Oh, bartering.
Barter.
Yeah. With a billboard?
Gumastos siya para sa billboard.
So he's just as bad as that Zian Gaza guy who actually
But if you think about it, si Zian Gaza has an ulterior motive, which is to promote himself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This guy is just doing it because he wants to.
Because he wants to. And the latest offer that he's been thinking about is 2 cats.
Wow. For a stick of cheese.
Speaking of cats, it's National Pussycat Day today.
Is it?
Oh, yung mga
Yeah, all my friends.
mahilig sa
Haven't you seen
Pussycat.
them?
Oh, yung mga alaga mo,
Yes.
saan?
Pussycat.
Wala, check ko lang.
Hey.
Happy Pussycat Day.
Happy Pussycat Day.
It's
Sana
International
maalaga
Cat
lahat.
Day. Yeah, happy International for those that are cat lovers.
Forget
I'm
to
not
stroke
really a
your
cat
pussycats.
lover. I'd lean more towards dogs, but you know.
Yeah, I'm the same. But I like cats.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I've just never had to take care of a cat.
Takot lang ako sa cat yung parang, was that cat yung walang balahibo?
The Egyptian one.
Yeah, that one.
The Sphinx, is that it?
I think that's a Sphinx.
I don't know what they call it.
Yeah,
It's a Sphinx.
they're-
But there's also a cat
But those
that
are
doesn't
expensive.
shed as well.
I know they are expensive, but
Yeah,
hindi,
it's just-
natakot ako
They
yung balat
clean
na parang.
themselves.
I think
Yeah.
Colleen Garcia has
Yeah,
like two or three of those running around, right?
And there's a
Running
cat na
around.
mukhang rabbit na, yung sobrang taba.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
Not the Garfield, but I know which one.
No,
The Scottish Dale.
Parang ganun.
Fluffy one.
Yeah, Scottsdale, I think.
check.
Cat.
Yeah,
There are actually a lot of really
Hindi, mas
nice
gusto ko yung,
cats.
Yeah.
but mataba na cat talaga eh.
But then the cats are
Mumubukol.
Pero yung mataba, ayaw yung payat eh.
sa bagay or cushion for the pushing. And then because cats they're very you don't love them, they love you. They're like, okay.
But
they'll pay
there
attention
are
to
cats that act more like dogs. Also.
Talaga?
Yeah. Like in the sense na parang they're very malambing. It really just depends on which cat you're getting. Like I have a friend who owns like 3 cats. One of which is, the stereotypical coops na pusa na parang will break stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's a cat na parang will just stay with him the entire time, kind of massage him and stuff like that. Yeah, so I guess it really just depends on the type of cat that you're getting also.
Ayan, tama. Sphinx yung yung parang walang balahibo.
Yeah.
Scottish is semi-fat. The Persian cats are super.
Those are expensive.
I don't mind a shaved cat. That's fine.
I'm gonna say, like, see Carlo Ople. I know he has a Persian cat.
Persian.
Yung ano, diba? Yung rap
The
na
one who
parang
has-
Sphinx.
The one who has
Ugali
the
mo yung
most,
nakaka-stinks.
I think the one who has the most expensive collection is what's his name?
The
Bonavie.
late Hugh Hefner.
No. I know.
So he actually breeds these cats that are like 300 to 500,000 pesos.
Oh,
each.
damn.
Damn.
Yeah. So what's his name? Oh man.
Filipino?
Yes.
He's actually come here. He's actually brought his cats out when I've seen them with him, and I'm like, yo. So he breeds them full breed, like 400 to 500,000 pesos. Grabe.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. Oh man. His name is Francis Bonavie.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So Francis.
Yeah, he'd be talking about his cats when
Formerly from Resorts World. Diba?
Yeah, with SM. Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's not Resorts World anymore.
Oh, nga, they
Yeah.
changed
It's
name also, diba?
Newport.
Newport Mall. Yeah, Newport, the whole center.
Yeah, Newport World or something like that. It's not Resorts World. There.
Yeah, but this guy sells and breeds those cats.
really
Scottsdale. It's like
I think it would be smart to
laki
get like
ng-
one of those civet cuts, right? Because you can sell
for
the coffee for
Yeah,
really
yeah,
expensive also.
For their shit.
Pero diba, minsan mapaisip ka, sino yung unang tao nag-isip na, teka,
Exactly, na okay gawin kape
tumayong pusa, palilinisin natin, gawa tayong kape. Merong isang medyo nag-smoke ng weeds or something, pare, tapos eto gawin natin, pare, jumebs yung pusa, ha? Kuha natin.
Kunin natin.
Wash natin.
Oh.
Tapos, gawa tayong kape.
Is it because he eats the beans?
Yes.
Right? That's the only reason
Yeah,
why.
of course.
That's the only reason.
Kasi whole beans pa yan. Pag sinit mo, beans pa rin
Pero
siya.
still, naging shit yan eh.
Oh, and for you to think about creating coffee out of that, actually the first person that even picked out coffee in the world, na parang, ito, gawin
But
natin
also,
kape.
in the same way, you can say the same thing about the first person who ever drank cow's milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, parang, uy, ito, baka.
Or
Paglaruan natin yung dodo niya, tapos inumin natin yung lumabas.
or let's get
Uy, masarap.
let's
Mass produce natin.
How random is that?
or you can even say, since we're talking about shit, whoever thought about tossing salad, right? Licking the rim. Like who in the right mind said, I'm gonna lick your rim?
You know what?
Mukhang okay to.
Try lang.
Okay ka.
Try
Just
lang.
in case. Testing natin, ha?
Who was the first person that did that?
Or, alam mo, baka
You missed the spot.
Baka naman hindi talaga siya doon, tapos parang lumindol, tapos uy, parang okay yun.
Yun na nga eh. May feeling ko, mali.
Nadulas.
Like, mali yung target eh.
Maybe it was too dark. Na all of a sudden, okay to,
Or tipo ko rin, naka 69 sila, tapos parang medyo naalog ng konti, nalaglag, nadulas yung isa. Parang, nadaanan. Parang, uy.
Uy, teka. Stay there.
Yan!
Okay to ah!
Hit the spot,
Diyan ka lang, ha?
This is why we're at the top of our food chain.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just creative people. That's just how it is.
And there you go.
Minsan may mga discover talaga by accident.
Nobody, have you tried the civet coffee?
Yes.
I've never tried.
Yeah.
Bag of beans.
Okay naman eh. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's...
It doesn't smell like shit.
no.
Nilinis na yun.
It's already cleaned out.
Correct.
It's just the fermentation of the process when it gets in the stomach and then it comes out. Then
Hindi, the person...
they don't pick up the shit and hey sir, drink it.
Hindi, the person must have been high just to feed
Exactly.
the
coffee beans in the first place.
Hey, let's try it. Tapos, it came out like, oh, it's still beans. Let's see what happens.
Or baka yung tao yun, sobrang medyo walang budget. Tapos isang araw, sabi niya, oh my God, kinain ng pusa ko yung coffee beans ko.
Wala na akong pangkape.
Wala na akong pangkape. So, jumebs yung pusa, lumabas yung coffee beans. Pwede na to.
Actually, you know what?
Washing na lang to, di ba?
I'm gonna research if there's
Tapos renew niya. Oh shit, ang sarap nito. Teka, kainin mo nga ulit.
Sabagay.
Sa pa nga.
I mean, it's just a lot of other things in the world that just makes you think, like, who's the first person that did that? I mean, first person to discover, like, bananas. It's just like, you look at it.
Kahit
like,
BJ. Una ba BJ?
Actually, hindi dapat dito yan, pero para subukan natin.
Simula. Hindi, di ba? Etong fruit na to. Buko. Diba? Inumin nga, medyo natin juice nito.
Ito.
Tapos what if we cut it open? What's gonna happen?
Hindi, may laman pa.
Here is the actual history behind civet coffee. It's coffee that's partially processed in the digestive tract of the palm civet, a type of exotic cat found in Indonesia.
Ay, hindi pwede kahit ng pusa.
Hindi pwede kahit ng pusa.
I didn't know that.
Specific coffee.
Okay.
Now, the beans undergo a process not unlike fermentation in the palm civet's gut.
Yeah.
Digestive enzymes break down the protein, shortening the peptides, etc., etc. So back in the 18th century, when Sumatra and Java were part of the Dutch colonial empire in the East Indies, Arabica coffee was introduced as a cash crop using plants brought in from the Arabian Peninsula. The Dutch plantation owners forbid the indigenous workers from sampling the fruits of their labors. But the locals noticed that the palm civet also ate the coffee cherries that they were harvesting, and that the coffee beans appeared in the animals' excrement seemingly unchanged. The locals then cleaned and roasted the beans and began to brew their own coffee from them. Eventually, the plantation owners caught wind of the local superior brew, tried it, and they were swayed that it was indeed better coffee. So tama ka nga, Sam. Wala silang budget. Kasi parang nakita lang nila na, teka, hindi tayo pwede mag-enjoy ng kape, pero yung mga
si
pusa.
Bossing, hindi pumayag.
Oo, di ba?
Oh, that's interesting, huh?
The cat is the Scottish fold. That's the... Ito.
Actually, itong si Gina pwede maging parang Kuya Kim natin to eh. Every night, para bigyan ka na ng Pactoid.
Did you know?
No, parang Pactoid of the night. Diba? Did you know? Saan galing?
The Pacboy.
Diba? Pacboy, diba? Pacboy. Diba? Did you know na ang mga Shibet coffee,
It gets huge.
I think that's one Carlo Opla has. And Michelle.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
That's nice. But that's a nice cat.
It comes in white and brown and gray, the Scottish fold. So if you, I think the reason why these are popular, it's hypoallergenic, if I'm not mistaken.
the cat?
The cat.
Oh.
They're very clean.
There's two kinds. There's this one and there's another one.
The dirty cat?
No, the hypoallergenic. It's called. Someone actually, an artista has one. I forgot it.
Daming artistas that you know that have cats.
Kasi nakita ni Tonsia nung pumunta sa bahay.
Oh, parang it's like, oh, you have a cat.
I see your pussy in the living room.
Parang galing ah.
Can I play with it?
Parang it's making gapang. And they go with the news. Not going to be that live.
Headlines. You know, these are the best conditions of watching any kind of show on television. When it's raining, it's, for 3 days. Yeah, movie marathon. Ang problema ko, wala akong ma-invite eh. So, yeah, for these...
Hello,
si Ron, hindi niwala. Sabi niya, gagot si Tone.
Exactly.
Binobola lang kayo.
Tayo dito eh.
Plus, we just came back, bro.
If you are looking for stuff to watch, there's a lot of great television, movies that you can actually watch. Let's start off with the movies first. If you're a big fan of the Predator franchise, all the way back from the 80s with Arnold Schwarzenegger, a new movie is out.
Mga minsan yung underbone, naka-pre mo. Predator. Isang grupo yan, bakit natagay-tay daan?
I actually saw them. I saw them yesterday.
Yeah.
Sa Pansol. Sa Pansol.
May ginagawa silang bago ngayon na medyo nakakairita. So, this huge group of underbone riders, no matter where they go, bumubusina lang sila.
Yeah.
Tapos napakadami nila, tapos ang ingay. Napakaingay. Hindi ko gets ano yung point nila doon.
Yeah.
Pero nga yung
There should be noise pollution on that.
That should be against the law because they're like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. on a Sunday, they just pass by your videos and they're
I did a study. So I was in Europe and then I was listening to how many honks.
Hype yung mga studies naman nito.
How many honks? How many honks from like 1,000, maybe 2-3 hours. The driver honked once in the 2 hours.
Mahina.
Honked once.
Dito palabas pa lang ng gate, busina.
2 oras. 2 oras.
Yeah, we're way too liberal with our honking of
Oh, yeah.
horns.
Wala ka sa India. So India is
I'm sure.
India's in a different level.
crazy.
No.
If you don't honk, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Yung lamay na dumaan sa Jollibee,
Oh.
nag-drive-thru, nakita niyo na.
Di ba?
Oh, just,
Ano to?
bago ka mag-news. Ano dito? Ayun, sige, mag-news ka na.
But speaking of, since you brought that up, actually, there's a new movie on Netflix. It stars Russell Crowe,
Okay.
where it's about road rage. It's called Unhinged.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, you should check it out. It's
Unhinged? Okay, I'll
It's a
write that
story
down.
about how Russell Crowe's character is basically like somebody who has gone through a lot in one day. Like I think his wife cheated on him and whatever. Lost his mind, kind of murdered his wife and whoever the wife was with.
Okay.
And then the next day, a single mother, along with her child, encounters him on the road. And because he was at a stoplight and the light was green already, she had honked his horn, her horn at Russell Crowe's car. And then basically that's where the whole movie starts. Na parang road rage, and then turns into like, he's like some psycho pala. Anyway, that's one of the movies you can watch on Netflix this weekend. Again, called Unhinged. But speaking of Netflix, one of the most celebrated.
I think I know which one this is.
One of the most celebrated graphic novels, books of all time is finally out. It's called The Sandman, Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful TV show. Usually whenever Netflix produces material based on graphic novels, it's a little bit of a hit or miss. You've got good stuff like Umbrella Academy, and then there's Jupiter Ascending. Or was it Jupiter Ascending or Jupiter's Legacy? That kind of didn't hit the mark, was canceled after one season or whatever. But this one, and especially for Sandman, like this, it's been such a long time coming. I mean, if you're talking about adult graphic novels, The Sandman is definitely one of, if not the top, like graphic novels that you can read, right? And for the longest time, Neil Gaiman has put this off, or has fought very hard to keep this off of the big screen or the small screen because of just how treasured it is. And finally, he gave the green light for Netflix to do it under his supervision as well. Originally, this product was tied in with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was supposed to play Morpheus, or the Dream Lord.
Now it's that Stuttgart. What's his name? Thomas Stuttgart.
No. Basta basically bestie siya ni
He's the father.
Barkada siya ni
of
Robert Pattinson.
Miller. What's his ex-wife or baby mama's name?
Tom Sturridge.
Tom Sturridge. There you go. Sturridge.
Tom Sturridge is the guy.
See, Sienna Miller. I think Sienna Miller is the mother of his child. Yeah. When I used to, this guy looked like.
When you used to what? Niligawan pa si Sienna Miller.
No.
When we used to hang.
No, I used to have a crush on that girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, for those of you who
if she had came to the Philippines, man.
Alam na. Hindi na Miller yung last name niya, Bueno na.
No. I doubt it.
But anyway, for those of you who are not familiar with the backstory of the Sandman, it's basically there are beings called the Endless. So there's dream, desire, destiny, death, despair, and a bunch of others. Lucifer is in there also. But basically, like yung running ano niya is there are gods, right? I mean, we know this. Like there's God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit.
And the demigods and the demons.
Yeah, ito basically Morpheus is the ruler of dream world. So whenever a person goes to sleep, you enter his realm. And this follows the story of Morpheus and the rest of the other gods along with him, like desire, despair, whatever. It's a 10-episode series. So far, first season pa lang siya, but I'm pretty sure
it's gonna continue.
Like about 200% sure, just because of how
the fan base,
the reception. Because usually when it's this treasured, you don't want to touch it because people are gonna be super critical of it. You know. But for so far, it's been so good. So do check that out. It's 10 episodes.
So who should you watch this with?
You watch it with whoever. You can watch it with somebody you love.
So for a girl that has no idea, no clue on who Morpheus and what the Sandman is all about, she'll enjoy it.
I think she will, because it's essentially like you know how J.K. Rowling was a genius in the sense that she built this whole magical world of Hogwarts and you know, the non-muggles that ran parallel to the world we're living in.
Okay.
Essentially, that's what the Sandman does or did even before J.K. Rowling came up with it, because
Okay, for those that don't know who the F the Sandman is, basically
the Sandman is Morpheus. That's his name. So.
and his powers are he basically can go in your
you
dreams.
sleep or whatever. Yeah, like the children's tale, the Sandman. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just such a great.
Hindi sa beach to, ha?
Tsaka hindi
Kala
siya
mo tao ba, Sandman?
Enter Sandman.
But that's exactly what it is. But that's what the song is all about. Like parang
exit light, enter night.
Basically, when you close your eyes, he's there.
Yeah. So
just like Tony.
Yeah.
Pagkagising mo, nakatutok na sa'yo.
I'm still here.
This is not one of those shows that you watch in the background though, because you kind of really need to understand
Focus.
it. Yeah. Focus medyo, no, I mean, obviously, Neil Gaiman medyo wild yan in terms of writing. But yeah, just going back to the whole Predator thing, another movie that you can catch, it's on Hulu now. If you don't have Hulu here in the Philippines, if you don't have VPN, there are other more... if you're medyo unscrupulous, there are ways you can attain this movie. But it's called Prey. It is set in like the 1700s.
All right.
Essentially, it's this parang I believe they're American Indians, and they go up against the Predator.
Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, it has nothing to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh man.
No, but it's great, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Also, one of those movies that have been, they're saying that it's the best Predator movie because it goes down to the very core of what being a Predator is all about and whatever.
Ooh, I gotta check that one out.
It's super good. It's super again, because it's set in the 70s, in 1700s, even the Predator technology isn't like as the Predator that we know, laser pulse. Dito parang guided arrow pa lang siya, ganyan. Pero intense na rin compared to like human. But you also see and it's a nice reversal of roles where usually the Predator is the one doing the hunting, right? But like here, he's the one who's being hunted by some. Basta, it's a nice play on Predator and Prey. It's great. You should watch it.
We'll check that out.
Super good rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So there you go.
All right. So looks like it's gonna be
Habang umuulan, relax na kayo. Ang daming pwedeng panoorin.
Sandman, please panoorin nyo.
Sige.
One of the best graphic novels of all time. Finally.
I'm looking for
so you're happy with it. So
very happy. Man,
as long as you're happy with it, then I'll check it out.
So this kind of got me. I always knew that it was coming out, right? So originally Joseph Gordon-Levitt was slated to play Morpheus, but he had to bow out. I don't know. He basically bowed out. And I just knew that Netflix was producing this, but I didn't know that it would come this quickly. That's what she said. And I found out about it on Saturday night. Decided to like watch one episode first. Couldn't stop. Finished the whole thing by like 5 a.m.
What?
4 a.m.
Wow.
Damn.
What is it, like an hour long per episode?
It's about an hour long per episode.
Okay,
it's super good, man. It's
You did 10 hours straight.
Not naman straight. Mga 5 hours sa computer, tapos umakyat ako sa kama. 5 hours ulit.
Nice. Okay, but then obviously...
Akala ka rin ni Gino Boy.
Pero you finished, it wasn't like, parang you weren't bitten at the end.
No, actually, I'm kind of sad that I finished it so quickly. Just because of how good it was.
Okay.
And it caps off at the right time. Because I mean, obviously, it's a graphic novel, so there are other, but yeah, it ends at the perfect time. And it's just so good.
Okay,
so good.
We're watching that.
We're watching it.
I'll start it tonight.
Looking for a movie, buddy. Time is 7 o'clock, I guess. 10 hours. Yes, sabi mo, 10 episodes.
10 hours lang. Tapos I need mga 7:30.
5 a.m. 5 a.m.
Tapos na to.
Breakfast.
Manila Pen breakfast din. Or better yet, buka na lang ng room doon. Gusto na kayo manood.
Tapalicious. Tapalicious.
Thank you, Gino, for that update of shows and movies. All right, 15 minutes ago before 7 o'clock. Aside from Gino's News and Slicks, now they are trying to file the bill. I don't know if it's going to be passed, but now you can't register cars or purchase cars if you don't have a parking spot, right? So no releasing of registration. proving that you have access to a garage. How can you?
Hindi natin alam. Pakipicturean nga. Pwede tabi muna isang kotse mo.
What if you can just say, hey, Gino Slicksan, can I just borrow your
Pa-picture muna ako ng
driveway?
mo.
Can I borrow a driveway?
Exactly.
You know,
because it's not like the title of your house will also state na parang there is a 2-car garage, right? Or something to that effect. Meron ba?
Sa condo, minsan meron.
Sa condo, pero pag bahay,
wala.
Saka paano pag ano? Sa probinsya ka.
Exactly.
May resto sa Cavite.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's I believe
Picture
it's
na may lote,
Marinduque attorney, was it Lord Allen Velasco. So it's bill number 31 that requires parking space in urban areas before the registration of vehicle.
Urban areas, okay. So that rules out the whole taking a photo of a lot.
Exactly. So when roads become parking lots, there will be no longer trip times and increased vehicular queuing. And it's prevalent in metropolitan areas identified by the National Economic and Development Authority, such as Metro Manila, Angeles City, Cebu, Bacolod, Baguio, Batangas, Cagayan de Oro, Dagupan, Davao, Iloilo, Naga, and finally Olongapo. So if you are planning on purchasing a vehicle, a brand new one, you have to show, if this bill gets passed, you have to show proof of space.
I think it's a great law. If I'm being honest, I think it's a good idea to kind of decongest all of these crowded cities. It's more of like, how do you prove? And how do you validate?
Yeah, because Pinoys are very good at going around things.
Sneaky
but
tayo.
also, I think also, if Attorney Lord Velasco is tuned in, the retiring of certain vehicles that are no longer
roadworthy.
Yun, lalo mga bus sa truck.
In Singapore, in Canada.
The registration gets more expensive the older the car gets.
Exactly. And in Singapore, you have to every year.
Yeah, every year.
If you can't pay the registration, you can't use your car.
Yeah. And again, every year, the registration for your car, the older that it gets, becomes higher.
Yeah.
And you have to prove that it is still roadworthy.
Yes.
You just can't pay, okay, I'll just
But
pay.
the problem here is whenever you try to pass anything like that, the first thing they'll say is, oh, it's anti-poor.
Yes.
Even if it's like a safety concern or anything like that.
I mean, even with the whole when they wanted to make all the Jeeps electric.
Electric, yeah.
Well, look what happened in Boracay. Electric tricycles.
It's working.
Look at it. Hindi na maingay.
Yeah.
It's cleaner.
True.
Its noise pollution has gone way down than before. The decongested of so many tricycles all over the place. Now it's actually feasible to actually have other vehicles and tricycles coexist in Boracay. I mean, someone's got to implement it.
Pero ang ano mo rin kasi dyan, kasi kunwari, if I remember what I read about it before, one of the biggest qualms of the private jeepney owners was that it would cost too much to upgrade.
Tama.
And as a politician who relies on that vote, do you really want to antagonize them?
I think you have to look long term, eh.
Nobody
I mean, you would, but then
if you had the country's best interests at heart, you would. But
I think it's very short-sighted. I think a lot of people, they're just really going to complain. It's like, we can't afford it.
Yeah.
Or they're like, okay, if you want to implement it, you have to give us something.
Well, the government said they would subsidize a certain percentage of it. If I'm not mistaken, I remember that because I knew one of the guys that was supposedly importing or helping.
Tsaka malaking ano yan, like that'll be a big infrastructure problem also, because imagine if literally all of the jeepneys in Metro Manila turned into electric, not hybrid, electric vehicles. You would need to have electric vehicle charging stations that would support all of this also
everywhere.
And it floods.
Yes, and it floods. Actually, that's another. You know what? That's something that I.
Kahit kotse, yung naging problema, di ba? Implement yung ano.
But I think there's a way around it, because I think in Canada when it snows, they still charge. I'm like, how does that?
Pero iba yung snow sa baha. Iba yung nangyari over the weekend.
Still water. It's still water because you know what I mean. It melts. Eh. So I'm like, how does that charge with the snow at 20 inches, 30 inches?
Yeah,
it just charges, and I'm like, okay.
I think that's a little bit safer as opposed to standing water. Pag standing water, medyo...
Di ba nakita mo yung may building sa BGC na 10th floor pinaha? Over the weekend because of the rain, and then there was a parking lot that was also completely submerged.
I think there was a leak somewhere. I don't know. But we're gonna have to find a way. I think in the future that people are gonna want to do hybrid to electrical.
Yeah.
I think,
Well, I think
that's the future. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going. It's just gonna take.
I think eventually, it'll get flooded. Tapos what are you gonna do? Just find some rice and then try to cover it.
Lagyan mo na ng bigas. Okay na yan. Takbo mo yung kotse.
It'll work eventually. Don't worry. But I mean, it would be a great idea. It's just there are just a lot of loopholes there.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna take a photo of your condo garage and say,
Hello, you go to any condo basement and then take a photo of it.
Or would the car company actually go to say your address and say, okay, check.
Or double check with the admin of your building if you really own the parking lot.
And they won't go through that just to try to get a sale. I mean, if it's a sale, it's a sale. Diba? I mean, sayang din.
Yeah, there's no, especially if a guy is a VIP.
Yeah.
How many VIPs are you gonna turn down?
Ano sabihin natin?
If Sam walks into a car dealership, show me your proof that you have a space.
You can easily say, papark ko to sa Cavite. May lote ako doon. Doon ka papark. Diba? Di ano na labanan.
May lote ka na sa
kunyari lang. Diba?
Just in case lang.
Binibili ko lang to dito but I'm parking it there. No?
Kasi may stocks dito.
May lupa ako sa CDO. Di ba?
Doon ka papark to eh.
O si Tones, pwede niya sabihin, papark ko doon sa rest house ko sa Siargao.
Diba? Walang dealership
sa resort ko sa Boracay.
Walang dealership ng Ford doon eh. Siyempre, dito ko bibilin. Papadala ko doon.
That's so crazy.
Maabilidad kasi tayo.
Diba?
Like, not everybody is honest about certain things. So, mahirap.
Yun na lang, not everybody's honest, period.
Or what happens is, let's say you have someone that has a spot. Okay, you purchase it for me. Bilhin ko na lang sa'yo. Or you buy it under my name, you're gonna gift it to me, but you have to spot. So just say you're gonna use your address. And then I mean, there's so many ways around it.
It's a good law. I wish it's a good law to decrease, mga nakapark sa bangketa, malit na kayong street, wala na madaanan.
Hindi, saka yun. Kunwari, yung mga bahay-bahay na nakikita mo na yung mga kotse nila nakapark sa labas ng public road, hindi subdivision.
Yeah.
You'd also see na yung garahe nila puno ng gamit. So what's to stop them from like taking out the stuff, taking a photo of that, and then showing na ito may garahe kami?
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna check na parang, or unless they'll find a way na parang, there's a car that's already parked there. No. It's just not in the photo. You know what I mean? Like, how do you establish all of these things? Like,
I think also, speaking of vehicles, they are now, I believe, implementing no plate, no travel.
Isa pa yan.
But now they're actually catching now. They want to find, it's like 3,000 pesos.
Pero di ba may mga plates na naka-backlog pa?
Yes.
As in literal, you bought the car X amount of years ago.
That's what I was. Mine's 2016.
Prosecutor.
2016, man.
Wala pa rin. O yun, so kunyari,
yung friend ko bumili ng bagong Fortuner.
That's not your fault because you're paying for, you paid for the registration, you paid for the taxes. It's not your fault that the plate isn't here, so why are you getting penalized for it?
Diba you're also supposed to change the plate to the plain white one?
That was supposed to be lahat dapat maging standard.
It was supposed to be uniform, but then I think
they took that out. I think
is because like for mine is my Fortuner. It's like the old plate.
Yeah,
but then
with a green, white, and
yes. Tapos they were saying is that I think within that year there was a problem. So may sabit sa LTO or something like that. May kaso.
So now you have to show your conduction sticker. Or MV file number or temporary plate attached in the front, rear,
that makes
sense. Both. So you can have one or the other.
Yeah. So, and most dealers naman will provide you with that.
Yes.
Whenever you buy a car from them, na may your conduction sticker.
So the file now is 2,000 if you're caught, and then it goes up to 3,000 and 4,000.
I think it's also difficult is because there's a lot of say underbones.
Yeah.
They don't have plate.
Wala lisensya iba dun eh.
True.
Yung ano dun. Welcome to the Philippines.
Ooh, the wild west.
Promised land.
You just gotta enjoy.
It's amazing how you purchase a car and the plate wala.
There was
I think we're the only country like that. Are we the only country where you can pay in full a vehicle and you have no plate?
The registration these days, bond paper na lang.
Yeah, yung receipt.
Original yun ha.
Wala pang kulay. Black and white.
Yeah,
just
white.
Para Xerox lang eh.
Damn.
It's I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But there was a really interesting thing that I found online. It was somebody had posted na parang Filipinos hate corruption unless it works in their favor.
Yes. Yes.
Which
I
makes
don't even
so
think-
much sense.
I have to I have to say that I think
everybody,
all Gino, not just Pinoys, but we just know more because we're here. But I think in all countries that I know, people that are
anybody,
under the table, if it favors you, then
and thus the birth of cronies, diba?
Right, exactly.
Parang
That's it.
May bagong,
Dikit tayo dyan.
may
That's
bagong presidente. O, tara, dikit tayo dyan. Kasi, di ba? If you get on
That's
their
it.
good side,
that's it. You are in with the flow. Blessings ang tawag dyan.
Correct.
Blessings.
Ambunan ka ng blessing.
Ang interesting lang nung like the comment section, because the original poster posted that and said something like, if you don't believe this, tell me about the driver's license that you got na inabutan mo lang yung whoever. Tapos may mga nag-comment na hindi kasi lahat ng tao merong free day na pwedeng i-allocate para kumuha ng lisensya.
True.
But they're justifying it.
Oh, na parang that's the whole point. You're supposed to kind of
take time.
You're supposed to take time off. And people have to be reminded that driving is it's a privilege.
Not a right.
It's not a right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to work for it to be able to.
Or what you do is you ask your friends like, hey, do you know there's an LTO, those satellite office? Because there are some satellite office where there's no one.
And honestly, like
Tendecitas is pretty good. Like 2
even
hours.
in Galleria before, like it took me 30 minutes to get it. Alam mo yung parang hassle kasi pupunta ako all the way. Pero that's the whole point.
The one in SM Pasig, Silver City. It used to be there, and then they moved it.
Yeah.
And that's where I got mine. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
They're so
I remember
quick.
getting mine
student's
there.
permit ko nga.
And they listen to
Sa
Magic
buong araw.
89.9. That actual
actual
LTO,
branch,
that branch
satellite.
listens to Magic 89.
So shout out to our LTO peeps.
Right. Shout out then to DJ Mars and Nicole. Happy anniversary.
Oh,
Fourth
happy anniversary. Yes.
Happy birthday to Mr. Drew Capuyok.
Happy Drew.
Tuned in earlier. Sorry.
Javi Haber. Also.
Yes.
Good friend of ours.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Also, happy birthday to my cousin, Doctora Angeli Austria.
Madette Bernardo. Happy birthday.
Also to Mia Yesa, happy birthday. Aiko Licious, happy birthday to you.
po,
Yes. DJ, right? Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Si Aiko Licious, ha?
Aiko Licious, ha?
Si Atty. ba to?
Hindi.
Iba to.
Okay.
Look on the Instagram.
Open.
Kayong dalawa, ha? Kayong dalawa. ha?
Hindi, alam mo ako, nagtatanong lang ako.
Kayong dalawa.
Oh, shout out pala si Sunshine G. Marie.
Shout out!
Sunshine G.
Narinig ko na
Marie.
rin yan.
She's been on the show. She's been on the show before.
Parang nawala, right? Nawala eh. After her first movie, boom.
Oh, si Micah is also tuned in. Hi, Micah, our former intern.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mike. Uno?
Yes.
Oh, hi. What's up? I think she works with Andre Tani.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Also, Godfrey is tuned in. Thank you.
And also to Raymond. What's up, Raymond? Thank you.
What's up?
That's about it. Oh, what's this? I wanted to ask, since you ride bikes, Sam, motorbikes. What's this new thing that they have with the bike groups that you have to have? If you want to join a bike group, you have to be certified. Or does the bike group has to be certified?
I was just reading about that yesterday, and it's
someone sent it to me like 2 days ago. Who was that?
Actually, all our bike groups are going pretty much crazy over that because you have to be part of a bike group now because of all the accidents
certified
that are happening. So now,
dami, man.
In Metro Manila, there are 12,500,000 registered motorcycles in Metro Manila alone.
That's what's that party list called?
I'm not sure.
Ride tayo. Sunride bukas.
Sunride bukas.
Party list na ba tayo?
Oh, Sunride bukas.
There's a party list that was second.
Okay. For riders, I don't know.
Yeah, so now you have to
riders on the store.
You have to be part of a riding club just to regulate kasi ang dami to get a motorcycle these days. Pwede ka mag-down payment 3,000 a month.
Yeah.
Hulugan.
Yeah.
Diba? And you get your
One
motorcycle
rider.
at the end. So to be able to own a motorcycle, aside from being able to afford it, and sa car kasi meron student's permit
Right, yeah.
before you get your pro. Ngayon, you have to be part of a motorcycle club para may konting liability na parang, okay, itong na-aksidente, part ng grupo nyo. And if you're not part of any club, you're gonna be fined 100,000 pesos.
What?
If you're not part of a motorcycle club. So I
But
don't know
also,
how,
what does the motorcycle club get out of the added liability?
That is
yun ang hindi ko alam. And dapat the motorcycle clubs should be registered now with the LTO and should teach all or have proper lessons for all the riders para maiwasan yung mga rider na
Hindi,
walang...
so-
Bakit naging responsibility ng motorcycle club when you're not getting any benefits from the government?
Exactly. So,
Diba?
yun
Wait,
yung-
how do you do
That's
that in
weird,
the
though.
province?
Wala.
Siargao.
Kaya, no.
In Siargao, you think they're gonna have a club?
No, kahit nga Cagayan de Oro, dude, wala nag-helmet,
None.
chinelas lahat.
None.
Crazy.
Shouldn't that be the problem of LTO to begin with? Na parang bago ka namin bigyan ng lisensya
Yes.
para mag-drive ng motor.
Certification that you went to a riding
let's take
school.
a test.
And even if you're buying a motorcycle, bago ka bentahan, dapat meron kang lisensya. Diba?
Una muna to bago safety requirements.
Protocol, so.
Actually, no. Do they
Bayad
even
muna, bro.
Do they even require you to present your driver's license
No.
whenever you buy a motorcycle?
But even with cars naman, you're not required to present
Yeah,
your license.
yeah.
You can say, I'm buying a car for my mom. Or a motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to show.
You never
just
show
need to
your license.
You can show any ID actually.
Yeah. But that's for purchasing proof, not
Yes.
for driving
Not for
proof.
driving.
Kasi paano kung hindi ka marunong
Sabagay, they
mag-drive?
never
May
ask
driver ka.
Actually, in the States as well, you can buy a car without a license. That's why
Anywhere in the world yata.
Yeah,
You don't need to show
that's
your
why you have a lot of
license.
nurses, itong overseas
gusto
nurses
natin.
that go to the States. They have
BM.
a BM,
Ayun,
but they don't have a license, but they can
yes.
afford it because the monthly
Kaya.
payment is
Kaya.
high.
Yeah,
Tsaka on loan naman.
So what they do is they wait for the student's permit, but nakabili na, nakapark lang, and that's it. They
And
just
then
Yun
take it
talaga
out.
yun eh. I mean, ultimately, dapat trabaho ng LTO yan to weed out who are the people who are capable of driving, if they actually know how
Roadworthy.
to drive.
Actually,
if
they
they're
should do this.
roadworthy.
They should actually implement before you buy a bike, you have to show a certification na
You went to
you've
school.
gone to this.
Whether you buy a bike
Yeah.
or a car.
What if I don't
Or a car, actually.
Why do I let's say I don't want to go to be part of a club. I just want to ride.
Mag-isa ka lang.
How if no one wants me to be part of their club?
Hindi, tsaka ang reklamo din nila is usually daw if you're part, I don't know how true this is, Sam, but if you're part of a motorcycle club daw, may mga fees yan, may mga ganyan, like there's a member,
Meron
so may
din.
monthly.
May mga
Monthly,
monthly na
meron din.
ganyan. So diba, parang why are you making it a third party kind of thing when
Yun
it's
na nga
your
eh.
Responsibility.
responsibility?
That's it.
pinapasa.
Do they even have insurance?
You can have your bike insured.
Yeah, but not everyone's
Not
doing it.
everybody.
Kaya you're not required to have a
It's like, does
TPL.
everyone have car insurance in this country? I don't think so.
TPL, kaya nga sikat yung TPL, magkano 700.
Yeah.
Just to say na, di ba, third party liability. But even for bikes nga, hindi mo kailangan TPL eh.
Oh, wala.
Wala, you don't need. Kotse kailangan.
Yeah.
Bike, hindi kailangan TPL.
That's scary, man.
Definitely.
Well, if you are a driver, just if you are a rider, I should
Parang
say.
sarap sana no, na revoke lahat ng license.
Retest
Test kayo
lahat.
Or
Well, that's what they're trying to do now
Start
with
from
the
scratch.
LTO.
if you don't wanna be that absolute, every time you renew, take a test.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, now the LTO requires you to do. It's 10 years, right? Is it 10 years?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
mine's 10 years. So.
But it's still a written test, right?
Yeah, but half the questions.
It has to be
May sagot na.
practical.
We're motorcycle. I don't have a bike, so why am I answering motorcycle questions?
Oh,
When
it should be
Yeah.
It's not separate. It's halo
one
unlike-
sheet.
And diba every license naman will have, are you allowed to drive a motorcycle? Are you allowed to drive manual? Are you allowed to drive automatic? Are you allowed to drive
Heavy machinery.
Diba? That's why nga merong pro, non-pro.
The questions aren't segregated for vehicular and motor, which is my problem because and then if you fail the first test, you can actually retake it again because all you do is screenshot the QR code and then you show them. Yeah,
kasi online na ngayon.
I passed, and then okay,
or have someone else take it for
and
you.
then urine sample. Oh, urine sample.
Wala na ngayon.
Meron.
No, they stopped it.
Oh, they stopped it.
Yeah.
So when did they stop?
Wala nang drug test. Wala nang urine
What?
sample. Yeah.
I think
Tagal na. The last time The last time I renewed.
I was the last January pa ako eh. So I
The last time I renewed, wala nang ano.
So I renewed.
Dito kita. Let me look for the
January.
article.
O baka nakita ka lang sa mukha naman.
Mukhang
Good boy. Mukhang good boy.
No, the doctor.
Or baka
kasi nakita ka
The Tennessee's doctor.
or baka
Mainit
wala
yun.
na.
Have you seen her? Everyone talks about her.
Yes. Baka wala na pero si Sato it's like
November
kailangan to.
November 27 2020, a drug test is no longer required in getting a driver's license according to the LTO.
Not LTO Tendecitas.
Baka na-judge ka lang to. Alam niya yung lifestyle.
No. So aside from the urine, you do the eye test, right? The eye test. That doctor in
yun counted, yung meron pa. Pero yung drug test has been removed officially November 27, 2020. So
I think there's a lot of under the table there. That's
I don't think they took it out. Everyone took it out. I think for sure. I think it's mandatory to do a drug test. For friggin' yeah.
I don't care.
The guy comes in with shabs in his urine.
Yun ang hindi natin.
Pero paano to? Kung smokes lang.
No, I mean, shit. You see the truck drivers on shabs, man.
All-nighter.
C5 now is like,
it's crazy.
Holy cow.
Wild West.
Man, C5 at night is nuts, and they go like, when they can...
Kala mo F1 driver.
Dapat nasa gitna sila eh.
May lane yan.
But yun iba, inip na inip. So they make that right or left, and then they just speed, and then they just cut right back into the middle.
Mas delikado yung mga truck ng mga 3 a.m. na hindi pa natutulog. Yun.
Yes.
So, sundot, okay.
I'm telling you, man.
Tapos energy drink pa.
Rolling.
Taking out that drug test for those guys they're
for everyone, if you think about it.
But I mean for the trucks.
We've also seen that guy who ran over a person in broad daylight and just kept on running.
Now he's good. He's out. Wala na. No, walang kaso.
Well, Philippines.
That's why I love it in the Philippines, bro.
Wow, Philippines.
May connection, may kaya, laban. Kaya natin yung boss. May kilala tayo dyan, boss.
More fun in the Philippines.
Diba, pag narinig mo yung words na yun, may kilala tayo, boss.
Alam mo na.
Diba?
Kaya.
Tsaka hindi siya may kilala tayo. Kahit di mo kilala.
kilala mo rin tayo.
May kilala tayo dyan, boss.
About family.
Inclusive lagi tayo eh, diba? Si Master Hans nga kilala ko nasa third party eh, na sabi ni Master Hans.
Well, may kilala rin ako may ganun.
Diba? Pero lahat, pag Pinoy...
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Pero pag Pinoy,
Yep.
Boss, tayo na bahala dyan. Paano tayo na bahala? Problema ka.
I know.
All right, that's the show. We are done. And
that's it. I thought we're till 9. Hindi pa? Okay. Okay, so
we good. We'd like to say
massage muna tayo.
May bago ba?
May malapit dito.
Are you stressed?
Is anyone doing a monkeypox test?
I don't think I've ever heard of anyone.
I've tried to locate a monkeypox test. Wala pa eh. So, not that I
have it.
No, I just want to be
naka-ready lang.
Yes. Gusto ko magbangko. Magbangko na.
Para pag may dumating sa kwarto mo, parang test ka muna.
Yeah.
So parang antigen.
Test muna, bebe.
Apparently, you have to swipe there eh.
Really?
Oh.
No. Why there? If it's a physical contact thing, like it doesn't have to be
with Tony's kits. Kailangan.
Pag si Tony mag-test.
So tomorrow it is Taco Tuesday. We have
I miss Taco Tuesday.
Cazel Domingo.
In studio.
Is that's related to Kim Domingo if I'm not mistaken?
I have no idea.
Baka yun.
Whatever happened to Kim Domingo?
She's there I think in Bubble Gang pa rin. Yeah. From what I saw.
So yeah.
I think she's still there. They took out four girls.
Oh, okay.
Tony should know because they all texted him, Sir, wala na akong trabaho, sir.
Paano naman? Baka may kilala kayo pwede pasukan dyan. Kahit PA nyo po, sir.
Sir, yung drive-thru mo, sama.
Ha? Hindi
Purol dumaan ng drive-thru.
Nagutom eh. Tsaka may bago yung chicken na laking. Chicken na laking mango pie. Ay, sorry yan.
Oh, yeah. The mango pie.
Chicken pie.
Pero have you tried their chicken sandwich? The chicken sandwich is good.
I just had it, man. It's good.
For who? For who?
May laban. Yung Jollibee.
Okay.
But apparently, their chicken sandwich, compared to the other restaurants, you have to wait for it because they only cook it if you order.
You request for it.
Tapos medyo it's a little pricey
every time nag-order ka, tatanungin ka, sir, willing to wait?
Yes, 15 minutes, diba?
Good luck if you go to a branch and it's sold out.
Yeah. Kaya pag drive-thru, papaghintayin ka sa kotse sa labas.
Why you just order? Take out.
Pero yun, para mabilis.
It's quicker.
Yeah. I mean, if they have stock. It's because usually it's just
worth a try. Worth a try. For those who haven't tried it, it's a pretty good chicken sandwich.
Isn't that rated like number 2 or 3 on that
list? What's number 1?
Of some guy did on Now This, I think. Or Vice, either Vice or Now This.
It's a worldwide thing.
Yeah, so he did Jollibee in the States. He did Chick-fil-A. He did Burger King's Chicken Burger. He did
Basically, chicken burgers for fast food.
Yeah, and he went through the list and he nominated, I think, Jollibee was like number 1 or number 2. Basta, top 3.
I wish they'd make like a spicy one.
I wouldn't be surprised if
The
it's
KFC has one. I don't know if it's
Zinger.
worldwide in terms of the big one.
Ito ba 9 of the best chicken burgers in the Philippines before we end. Tapusin na natin to.
Para people can just drive through.
Ano gusto nyo? 1 to 9 o 9 to 1?
9 to 1.
9 to 1.
In the
okay.
Philippines lang ba to?
In the Philippines, specifically.
Parang feeling ko alam ko na number 1.
Number 9, Side Chick PH. I haven't tried this.
Magka-side chick o kumain sa side?
Oy.
Well.
Ay, siya ka na naman.
Number 9 was what?
Side Chick PH.
Side Chick PH.
Never tried, but they are number 9 on the list.
Okay.
I think I know maybe 1 or 2 of those.
Side chick lang.
Number 8, Burger Beast.
Okay.
Number 7 is Nonos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The brunch place.
Mga gourmet yata. Number 6 is Kak. Kaku. Kuku. Ano to? Kuku? Ano to? Ano sabihin mo? Kuku. Sorry, Kuku.
Nakaku.
Kuku.
Isn't that Grace? That's Grace Lee's.
Moment Group.
Yeah.
Owned by the Moment Group.
Okay, there you go.
No, see, Grace's, hers is different.
Kay Kuku sa kanya. Kuku.
Oh, Kuku is wings.
Wait.
Okay.
Yung sa Megapetolyo.
KKO, di ba?
Yeah. Tapos she has Wuri in festival. That's
Uy, Wari, marami ano nun.
Ito, Wuri.
Wuri.
Wuri. Premium.
Don't worry.
Just be happy.
It's so good. You guys got to try it. Wuri.
I think these are actually gourmet. Ano pala?
Yes.
In the Grid Food Market, this I believe in Rockwell.
Yeah, Rockwell.
We gotta try it. Number 5, Gochujang.
Okay, the Korean place.
See, we go though.
What's that? Rafi?
Pussycat. Pussycat.
Number 4 goes to Pound Burgers.
Okay.
They
Also
have a
in
pretty
BGC.
good chicken sandwich. Back to the Moment Group. They come in at number 3 with 8 cuts. Their chicken sandwich apparently is number 3.
Haven't tried that.
Shake Shack is the number 2. And the number 1 chicken sandwich.
Foul bread.
Foul bread.
Yeah, foul.
Sobra solid.
Yeah,
Haven't tried.
Foul is good. Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Haven't tried. Okay.
pretty solid.
Okay.
Bro.
I think I know what I'm having for dinner.
I think because what makes it special is they have chicken skin that's just it's just a layer.
Really?
They treat it like bacon on top of the chicken patty. So you can even order an extra chicken skin piece.
That is crazy.
And my God, foul bread.
It's very good.
I'm looking at another article by Spot naman and halos pareho yung ratings nila.
Yeah.
Sila pa rin yung mga sa top
I think undoubtedly
chicken burger
foul bread
list.
would be number 1.
But then there are others like obviously these are more gourmet.
Gourmet.
Yeah, you have to check the other list, Sam. With the Jollibee versus
yung mga
fast food.
KFC
Ito yung fast food chicken
versus
yung mga kasama yung
Chick-fil-A
ano.
versus Burger King versus
Fast foods kasama.
Yeah, Shake Shack versus there's one there.
I've never tried the chicken burger in Shake Shack.
Kasi syempre upakan mo dun yung
Burger talaga.
shakatak eh. Diba?
They told me
I like the one with the
they
mushroom
just
thing.
released a couple months ago the
Shocker.
the vegan burger.
Ginaganon mo eh.
They have a vegan burger.
Tanman ha. Baka Tanman po to. Shocker pare.
They have a
Labas
vegan
mo.
burger now, finally.
A vegan burger?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Shake Shack.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
they actually contact. They're like, "Hey, you know you meat." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, you have it now on your menu? And they're like, "Yeah, we put it in."
Masarap yung Beyond Meat Burger ni Kenny Rogers, in fairness.
The thick one. You can actually get it with mashed potato.
Okay siya. Worth
But the
try.
sodium is like,
Of course, I mean.
Upak.
Pero
like 600, 700.
I think with all
Actually, but that one is
replacements.
super thick.
Yeah, that's a
the
it has a thick patty, man.
And I
then
think
mashed potato pa.
when it's not meat and it tastes like meat, there's sodium.
Yes, there is something there.
Super high, yeah.
May bawi yan.
Yeah.
Oh, para malaman ko yung flavor, di ba?
Yeah, that's why if you notice, if people who are eating fake meat a lot, you'll see the water retention in their bodies. Ang
Sobrang
dami.
salt.
When they move, it's like
My money don't jiggle. It holds.
yeah. You'll know who if you're clean vegetarian.
Talaga maayos.
Ayun na nga, yeah,
compared
yeah.
sa meat replacement.
If they eat a lot of that, the water retention is strong on them. So okay.
Alak na lang.
Congratulations to Mars.
Oh, DJ Mars winning the Best Dick Award. Parang
Best
ganito,
dick
ha?
ever.
Ano nangyayari dito?
Wow.
Congratulations, DJ Mars Miranda. Ha? Para malinaw. Best Dick Award
Ayun.
of 2022.
Ever, ha? Ever.
By the ano to? Sino ang dick giving body to? Hindi, wait, bukas. Discuss natin bukas. DJ Mars,
Dick
congrats. pare.
giving body. Si Tones, alam ko, ganun din yan eh.
Dick giving body,
din yan eh.
Baka si Nicole yan.
Best dick ever.
She rated his.
Ganda.
So congrats to you, Mars.
Congrats, Mars.
All right, my name is Slick Rick.
My name is Sam YG.
This is Tony.
My name is Gino Killiamore.
Keep
You
on
guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Bye.
Kinda jealous. Sometimes I get a little bit selfish, pessimistic, a little twisted, but at least I'm not the one that can't admit it.
Music. Now, in a new package. The nicest of the 90s and the early 2000s. Coming to you every Friday.
24 hours of yesterday's hits today. Friday Madness.
Exclusively on the station that gives you the most complete radio experience. Magic 89.9.
My lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar.
Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
The seats you want for the movies you love.
This is Sparta!
Action.
I am Iron Man.
Drama.
She was more real to me than anything I've ever known.
Suspense.
Don't push the button! Don't!
Horror.
I need you to call 911. It doesn't get here!
Comedy.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Free passes and easy access to the big screen. Every day.
How did you burn?
Be the first to watch the greatest movies on planet Earth.
Today's blockbuster is on the Magic.
This is RBO, your radio box office station.
We make your day happier.
Magic 89.9. The Magic Pop 30. We count down the 30 hottest songs of the week.
Find out which artists that are lit